Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taryn and we talk about all things finance related, from the zero-based budget method to cash envelopes, basically anything that impacts our finances, whether that's good or not so good. So before we get into this video, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, join our community here, and let's get started. All right, today is a cash condensing. It's been a while since I've done one, but I always feel like I need to have a certain threshold in various categories to really make that large deposit into the bank, and so that money can go to our high yield savings account. So I am going to be using what they call placeholders, basically to represent money that we have in a various category while that money sits in a high yield savings account earning interest. So these are available in my shop. I have my traditional, which has that little heart. And then I had a request to make some fantasy ones. So I made one with a dragon and the lightning. And then I made one that for my love of romantasy, this is Valaris. So those are available in my shop. I have different denominations. And I also have fully funded ones. So when you have fully funded a category, you can put that in there. But let me just do this. 2000. I also have it in the option of the 3 mil, which is a little bit more like flimsy, right? It's not as thick. And then I have the 5 mil, which is a lot thicker. So it's basically your choice. Let's see. All right, so I'm just going to have these ready in case I need them. And I'm going to start in my holiday binder. And I apologize for the glare. I'm working with new lighting and I do not like it for that reason. So a new one comes today. I'm just testing some out and then I'll pick the best one. But this one is a no-go. The other two I had were they were on each side. This one has like a light bar right on top and that's what's providing the glare. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. But let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we can do to condense. A lot of these are already fully funded: Valentine's Day, Easter, Mother's Day. So they're going in, well, they are already in the high yield savings account earning money. Father's Day, we reached our goal. So it's $300. So we have 300. So I'm actually going to take this to the bank and I will put a fully funded placeholder. So, and I just want to make note, I like to write down what I'm taking to the bank for what category, so I don't have to like rewatch my video a million times. Okay, so those four are fully funded. All the money is in my high yield savings account, as I said, earning interest, which is really important. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 450. So not quite enough. Like as soon as I get it to 500 is when I will take it to a high yield savings account. But I can do this. That I can condense. Anniversary. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So let's do, I'm going to keep this 50 because this is a little bit nicer. And I'm going to put this 500 in a high yield savings account. Our anniversary is not until July of next year. So it'll definitely have time to earn some interest. And I'll put a $500 placeholder. So now I have 550 in anniversary. Halloween, we're going to start over because obviously we used it all. Same thing with Thanksgiving. I have to get this to the bank Christmas because we already have some in the high yield savings account, but I've done all my purchasing of things, and so now this has to go into my checking account because I have to pay off whatever credit card I use to make those purchases. I do all my online shopping with a credit card and not my debit account, checking account, just because you have more safeguards with a credit card than you do your bank. And I don't pay interest, and I'll put it up on the screen, some like little snips, flashes for you to see my year to date, proving I do not pay interest. So I use my card responsibly with money I already know I have to pay it off every month in full. So let's see what we're taking. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,020. So let me write that down. And because I'm spending this money now, I'm going to take my placeholders out and I'm going to leave that empty. New Year's, I'm just going to hold on to because, well, I will put this, and I will take a 50. Actually, you know what? I might as well just take 200s. No, I will keep it as 50s. I don't even know what we're doing. I just saved 200 thinking like what, this would even be enough for like a nice dinner. So I'm just going to keep it as 50s. No big deal. Birthdays, I don't think there's much we can do. We're fully funded for Rivers. That's a prop bill, right? Yeah. Skies, 56. We're not quite there yet, not to the 300. So I'm going to leave that. Harmonies, same thing. Yeah, I'm just going to leave birthdays as is. Okay. All right, so we're done in there. And by doing this, we may have enough over here to help. Oh, this feels so much thinner. To help condense the other binders. All right, let's go into my high priority binder, and we'll start in the vehicle category and see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to pull this just and put it into the account, but it is pretty much spent because my husband needs to get new tires, and we will be like basically starting over to cash stuff this. So, oh no, not vehicle registration. That's vehicle maintenance that I'm talking about. So scratch what I just said. This is registration. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. That's a placeholder. And then let's see, what can we do here? Oh my God, my binder is so full. Like, stay. It's not going to. Let's see. That's a, I think I'll keep that 50, get this one over there. Okay, so 500, I'm gonna write it down. $30, $60, $70, $80, $90. Okay, so yeah, we could do 50. So 50, 100, and I'll put a $100 bill. Sorry if this is like looking confusing to people. Sometimes I confuse myself. So 500, 600, and 45. 645 for vehicle registration. The 500 will sit in our high yield savings account earning interest. So you can't go wrong. Okay, this one is what I was talking about. So we have 1,100 sitting in the bank already, high yield savings account, but we need to spend this. He needs to schedule his appointment to get new tires. And, oh, and I also have to pull from here. Oh, I'm just going to deposit it. My windshield wipers. I have to pay that. It's okay. 3, 4, 5. I will just take this 500. Because that's enough, I think. I'm going to put this 500 in a high yield savings account. I'm going to put a $500 placeholder. So now there will be $1,600 in the bank, $1,700, $55, $56, $1,756. That's fine. It's all going to change anyways when he schedules his tire appointment. I don't know that there's much I can do here. I can do a $100 bill. I can do preferably a nice $10 bill. Oh, I took that 10 and then I put it by, that's whatever. So 115 for roadside. Allstate insurance, this is for the Can-Am. We already have 500 in a high yield savings account. That's in the high yield savings account as well. I'm gonna do 100. And then we'll do a 50. And a 10. So I'll put this 60 over here and I'll take a 10. There we go. So we have 500, 650, 670, oh yeah, hold on, even though these are prop bills, let me put them in the order. So 500, 650, 670, 690, 710, 722, 723. It's like 940 maybe that we owe, but not until like June of next year. Car insurance, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, so we have 120, nope, 220. Car detailing. Put 100. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll put 100. So we have 310. I have not done that yet, you guys. I have not gotten the detail, but we have like rain coming up, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Toothless, we could go ahead and do, no, I'm gonna keep it like this because when OnStar is due, that is $80, and I wanna make sure I have the change. Let's go into home. Earthquake policy. We will do, we'll take 200. So 1, 2. And I'll do a 50. Find a decent one. Oops. Okay, so 350, 360. This just also helps to make the envelopes a little bit less bulky because we don't have as many bills in there. That's another reason why we would cash condense. This is home warranty, so I guess it doesn't really matter about the denominations. So let's do 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, yes. And we'll do a $100 bill. So 240. Moving right along, home maintenance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so not enough for a $500 placeholder. 20, 40. 50. We can do a 50. That's a nice 50. I'll leave a little bit of smaller bills just because if we do need to make change. So 100, 200, 300, 450, 60, 70, 85, 86. Ring alarm, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. I can do 20, 30, 40, 50. I can do a $50 bill. Okay. I'm going to get that one back to the bank. It's not as nice. It had some gook on it. Okay. Pest control, let's see what we can do. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So I'll keep the nicest 20. And I will take a $100 bill. Perfect. So 320 in pest control. Septic. We'll just do a $20 bill. Okay. Yard maintenance. Yeah, I definitely can do 100. So 200. I'm going to leave smaller bills just in case, again, I would need change for any purchases that I need to use a card for. Garden, leaving as is. I'm going to get a $50 bill in here, actually. So 20, 40, 50. My bill's usually $156. So having a 50 just makes sense. It's the best one so far. Okay, so 150, 5 and 6. See, so that works out. And it condenses it just a little bit. Okay, moving along to water. What did they say my bill was? I literally just got an email and I cannot remember. I think what I'm going to do, though, is take this 20, and I'm going to put a couple 10s in here. I'm doing the reverse of cash condensing. But just depending on what the bill is, I don't want to have to worry about making change. Because we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68. And I think the bill was like 130. So, Edison, we don't have anything in there. Groceries, this is just for, this is not our grocery budget. This is literally for overage. Like if we go over our budget, farmer's market, or if I do want to use it for eating out, I could, but I have not done that. I've said it, but I've actually not done it. 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That 5 is tore up. Let's replace that. Nicer 5. Leave this 1 in here. I'm going to put these 50s here, and I'm going to go ahead and do 100. I'm good with that, because especially if we go to the farmer's market, having, you know, 20s, 10s and stuff, that's usually a good idea. Okay, let's move along. Ooh, that feels so much better. It's not like busting at the seams. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that feels better. Okay, low priority. Not sure what we can do here. Not gonna lie. But we will see. Usually for these, I like smaller, but that's a lot of 10s. I can definitely switch it out. So this is my Seasons collection, which is also available in my shop. I had someone say they loved the collection, like the envelopes, but they wanted different categories. So we did that. So if that's something you're interested in, where you like this, you know, the design, there's 4 different designs, then you can do that. So we'll do 20. And we'll keep 2 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'll take a 50 and a 20. Let's see. Okay. So spring, we have 50, 70, 90, 110. This is just basically family fun money. It could be used for whatever, literally whatever. If we're going on a vacation, we could put that towards it. If we want to dine out and we don't have any more dining out, if we want to go bowling, doesn't matter, movies, we could pull it from there. Summer, we have less. I will go ahead and just change that out for 2 20s. And then fall, I actually have to just take this money out into the bank though. But first I have to figure out the math, so I won't do that yet. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, I'm just going to trade these out for 100. Because if I wind up taking it to the bank, this isn't that much to have to take. It's fine. Okay, now let's move on to winter. This is the upcoming season, so yeah, I could definitely condense this one. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So I'll keep a 20. Let's see. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So let me get 100 in here. $160. I guess, I don't know. I mean, smaller bills work out sometimes though, you know, so I don't want to get rid of them. Let me see. I will replace a couple of these 5s though for nicer ones. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see. 120, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 15. I think those denominations are fine. I'm not going to condense it more just because winter is quite literally starting this month, so it just doesn't make sense. I only have 100 in my vacation, which this is my Let's Get Away in the Starlight, but I realize it's kind of hard to see on my video. Like in person, I see it as clear as day, but on the camera, I feel like it's hard to see. So I made myself one like this. I just haven't switched over. This is for kids' clothing, which I actually have to pull from. I'm not going to touch this. I cannot remember how much they just spent at Target, and I will have to pull to deposit, so I'm not touching it. Graduation. So let's do 100 and a $10 bill, right? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, so 100 and a $10 bill. I psych myself out, like confuse myself, like, am I right? I probably shouldn't second guess myself so much, but I do. And 10. Okay, so 210. Deductibles, 150. Trade that out for 100. There we go. And then wellness is 80. I'm going to wind up just needing to deposit that, but I will do that later. Work clothes, this is for my husband. We just purchased him new boots, a new bib, a new high-vis jacket. So we had saved a lot, but we had to use most of it. My clothing is gone. Go figure. So, oh, and we did add the second Riker seat, so that money's gone. Oh, I don't even need this envelope anymore, you guys. What? Does anyone have a Riker? Like, want to add another seat so I could send you this envelope? But we are saving for the riding gear, so I will keep this envelope. And I could take these 50s and put 100 instead. So we're right now looking into helmets for my husband and I that communicate with each other, so that when we're riding, we can talk to each other. So right now we're just doing research on it. For our tattoo, I mean, I guess I could do a $20 bill. This is going to be for matching tattoos, my husband's idea, and we have yet to look at like what we want to do. I just figured we'd start saving the money for it. 51 for streaming. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's it for the condensing. I'm not going to condense my savings challenges binder right now, just because after I cash stuff all of savings for the month of December, we're going to be doing that big video to see how much I saved from July to December. We already did one from January to June, which I'll link right now. You can watch to see how much we saved in the first half of the year. And now I will do it from July to December, which I do not think will be nearly as much as we saved in the first half, because we then aggressively funded the Riker seat and we had done the closet upgrade. And so we were putting money towards that. Okay, 2820 is what this should be. Let me just do that again. 1,500 plus 1020 plus 300. Okay, 2820. Oh my God. Let's see. Let's just do it. You know what? We're going to do it backwards. We're going to start with 2820. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600. We're going to minus 600. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100. The 20s. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 40. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 240. 10, 20, 30, 40. Look at that. Minus 40 brings us to 0, meaning we were on point today. You guys, we did it. We were on point. So I'm going to put my prop money back in my little prop money stash that we have. And then this money is going to go to the bank. What I am going to do though, first, what I like to do is recycle some of the really good bills. So what I'll do is take out from here bills that to me meet that cut, and I will swap it out for bills that are not so pretty that might be in my savings challenges and stuff like that. So and then this will go to the bank. It'll go to my high yield savings account. We have $300 for Father's Day, $500 for our anniversary, $1,020 for Christmas. That's just going to go to pay the card. $500 for our vehicle registration and $500 for vehicle maintenance. So that money now sits in our high yield savings account, which is we have with Ally. If you don't know about Ally, you should know about Ally. Their bucket system it's the selling point for me because I have several savings accounts with them. I have one for the vehicle emergency, one for the home emergency, pet emergency, and sinking funds. Sinking funds inside, I have buckets. So I've created buckets. One will say like 4th of July, one will say anniversary, birthdays, whatever it is, septic, and I can allocate amounts to each bucket. So it's one account. All the money is in that account, but I'm able to visually see the breakdown as to what money belongs to what category. And the high interest rate is obviously a bonus. There is a referral link in my description. I think it's like you get $100, I get 50, something like that. And I think I'm entitled to maybe 1 or 2 more because I've had some people sign up, which thank you. If you're watching this and you're one of them, thank you. You rock, you're awesome. But definitely I recommend them. The smoothness, the ease of using Ally is, I don't know, it's second to none. A lot of people get confused, like how do you get your money into it? I do it all from my computer and I do it through Zelle. So my like regular checking account has my email as my Zelle. My Ally has my cell phone number as my Zelle. So I can send myself Zelle from my accounts within seconds. So even though money is sitting in my high yield savings account with a bank that does not have an in-person branch, it's all good because I could just Zelle myself to my regular checking account, which then I could walk into a branch if I wanted to, or I could use my debit card at an ATM. Same thing with Ally, you can go to an ATM, and if you get charged, they reverse you up to $10 per cycle, and they pay you back. So I could go and pull cash like I do from my small business, because that's where my Ally checking has my small business. I'll pull cash to, cash stuff or use that, and then I see that I get charged, and then I see that Ally gives it back to me. So to me, they are awesome. It may not be the highest interest rate on the market, but I'm okay with that because of the ease of use and the bucket system. The bucket system is a high selling point for me. I love organization. I'm a Virgo. I love it. So to me, it's super important. My 6-month emergency fund, what we're building, that is at PNC Bank. I don't know that there's referrals with that bank, but I'll check it out and put a link if anything. That has a higher interest rate. And that money is not something like I would have to do a transfer of cash, whatever. Like I'm not Zelling. It takes longer to get, but it's still available to us. But that's the account I use for that because that's not money I'm going to be using anytime soon. That money, that 6-month emergency is like literally if we both lost our job or if one of us lost our job, it would help us cover our bills and our expenses while we are looking for a new job. That's just simply what that is. So not money that I will have in my mind to think about or to, misuse or spend unwisely, which is actually why I put it in a whole separate bank than Ally, because I'm on Ally all the time. That's where our checking account is for our groceries and our gas. So when I make that Zelle payment transfer, I have my Etsy card on there. I have our sinking funds and our emergency funds. So I'm on there all the time and I see how much is in there. The other one, it's like out of sight, out of mind. So important to me. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging out while I did this condensing. It actually was not that bad of a hot mess. So I'm super proud of myself and I really hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday season, a fabulous new year. You will see me in future cash stuffings, but if you only literally come to me for cash condensing, then I'll see you in a few months. But thank you guys so much. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.